right. So Chuck Berry, I mean, he's kind of the start of a lot of the kind of rock and roll blues thing. You know, at least the first thing I can really remember. Not only that, but could do like the splits and all sorts of crazy stuff while jamming. Wow. All right, so that's a really basic sound, though, which is really cool, really simple. It can take a very beginner player and make you kind of sound like you know what you're doing. So we're going to bar the B and the E string of the 7th fret, and then we're going to bend up the 9th fret of the G. So we got... And all I'm doing is I'm bending that note up. Now, I apply a little palm muting in that trick I said before with your finger just above the B string, right? So when the G comes down, it's muted out. And then all I'm doing is I'm hitting the B and the E twice. So we got... You can do all downstrokes, or you can do down and upstrokes. You know, like, or all down. Whatever you're into. Now you can also, you don't have to hit it twice. You can be like. He really mixes it up when he does it, but it gets a nice sound. Now, another thing that I did was I did other double stops that kind of outline those two chords as well. So what I did there, same frets, 9 on the G and the B, and then 7 on the G and B as well. And then I came up here to the D string and played the same frets, but just a single note, right, to kind of get us back to where our key, the sound of our root. So let's do a simple riff like that. We're going to go. So we're going to do that bend 2 times in a row, bend up on 9. We're going to hit 7 twice. Again. Now we're going to go 9 to 7 on the G, 9 to 7 on the D, and then come back to D. Come back to 9. Now you can do break it up. Now what I'm doing there is I'm going bend up 1 and then the double stop once. I'm going to do that twice, and on the 3rd time I'm going to hit that twice. Now, doing that, we can take it a little bit forward and add those 2 other double stops on the G and the B. We can also bend up this 9th fret a half step. So what we do is we just flatten out our 3rd finger, or whatever finger you bend with, and bend both strings at the same time. So flatten out that finger, right on like this part of your finger, the first knuckle here. Just put it straight down and then use your wrist, right? I straighten my finger out. I don't try to bend it with my fingers. I straighten my finger out and use my wrist to bend both at the same time. Going back to that D string, 9, 7, 9 again. Right, so we can just play with that one little area. Again, we're just sticking, so far we've just basically stuck in the first position of the pentatonic. Another cool thing about the Chuck Berry riffs is they kind of have a major and a minor sound, so they will work over both, right? You can kind of get away in the major department Right? It's nice, peppy, happy sounding. So right there, you know, you didn't have a backing track going, but I basically was able to play those same riffs, which would work over every single one of those chords, and I didn't even really move out of one position. Stayed one spot. So experiment with the Chuck Berry sound. You know, remember it's hitting a lot of two strings together. Very cool thing to have in the blues arsenal.